Welcome back to the channel. Storm Products is bringing you to a whole new level. You could say the Max, Ion Max. Effective? We'll find out. It's the first time I've hit the pocket all day. First we had Ion Pro, now we have Ion Max. What's the difference? I'm gonna show you in this video. So the Ion Max features a cover that we've used before, very similar to the proton physics. This one's a little different. It's weird because normally balls with the same name have the same cores, but this ball's got way more differential than the original Ion Pro, which means it's gonna hook. Low RG, hook. High differential, hook. This one's got like baby intermediate differential, so it's not the maximum amount of hook we could look for, but this ball's gonna hook. As my ball goes live. When we talk about hook, we're talking about front to back. So this ball is gonna hook really early compared to your Ion Pro. It's just gonna get much further down the lane before it hooks. It's gonna stay on line a lot longer because of the low diff. Ion Pro. Pro typically means low diff. Low diff means control. Now we have high diff, which I guess you could think of as out of control. This ball smells like strawberries. I move to the right. That's 3 1-3 shots. Shout out to Goldco, shout out to the mechanic, he oiled for us. They did a lot for us today actually, that we could bring to you the best ball review possible. But we've got 43 feet out here. Don't know the ratio. They don't feel super hard, but their normal house shot was hooking way too much and it's very flat. I probably would have had to get in front of the ball return. We don't want that. Ion Max, where does this fit? Asymmetric piece, again, very baby intermediate. That's one step away from being probably the strongest ball we make, which I think is the gem. So this is gonna be a slight step down from the gem. Probably comparable in cover, but the biggest difference is the cover's a lot stronger than the Ion Pro and the differential is a lot higher. So that just means hook, aka early, as you can see now. That's left, haven't thrown one there yet. That's close. Based on what I've been seeing all day so far, I'm bowling on other lanes. Let's take a chunk to the left and we'll see what happens. So these really strong bowling balls, typically not great for the house shot for players like myself. I'm a little more on the rev dominant side. Not saying I have a high rev rate, but my rev rate ratio compared to my speed is on the rev rate side. How do you find that out? Kind of just experience, you look at it and go, okay, yeah. Speed dominant, yeah. Rev dominant, yeah. You just kind of throw some shots, figure it out based on what other people do. But here we're taking about 7 to the left. Gonna open up the lanes. Also left. Yeah, this thing hooks. Lanes are pretty fresh too. I'm gonna assume they're not super high ratios. It's kind of on the sport shot side, I would guess. So I probably don't need to throw it that slow or wrap my hand around it that much from there yet. So I'll throw out another one and hopefully hit the pocket. We'll hit the pocket this time. Or we won't. If you're not hitting the pocket and you feel like your ball's looking too much and you're moving left, you're moving left, you're moving left, you could be getting too far outside the window of what the pattern's asking for. Here, I think I'm too far into the flatness of the pattern. So I'm gonna move back to the right. And then in a few shots, when I finally start throwing some strikes, we're gonna go to the Ion Pro and you'll see the differences. It's actually a really big difference between these two bowling balls. I've gone high, every miss, this ball hooks a lot. I've also missed left probably more often than I should at the moment. So like I said, this ball hooks a lot. It's got very bright pigments, which also means this ball is gonna hook more than if it was just all purple. man asked if I wanted 50 feet, and I said yes, but they took it out of the machine. Gold Coast is notoriously known for hooking a lot, so ball that hooks a lot, house that hooks a lot, not the best combo. But if you need a ball that hooks a lot, because you don't hook it a lot, this is probably the ball for you. No more messing around, we're gonna start making this ball look better. Hopefully the ball starts making me look better. All right, here we go. Okay, gosh, this thing is strong. I was told it's called the baby proton. Almost identical to the proton physics, just with that little less intermediate diff, that mass bias number. So if you like the proton physics, you are more than likely gonna like this one. Is it a complete replacement? I would say no. This is probably the closest thing we got. I'm going back left, because that's just what I do. There we go. Just kidding. I think this ball is just way too strong for what's out there right now. So the other one, the Ion Pro, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ion Pro is too weak on the other side, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it looks really good. So both of these are pinned down. I think the Ion is 4.5 by 4.5 by 4.25. This one's pretty close to the same. Might be a 5-inch pin, but here I'm gonna showcase for you how different they are. Clearly we need a weaker ball right now because that looked fantastic. That was the same spot, pretty much just the 710, and we didn't leave that 710 because our ball didn't hook. We left the 710 because our ball hooked so much in the front, didn't have enough energy to hit the pins down the lane. This one was in the same spot, read the lane perfect. This is just what the lanes are calling for right now. Am I saying the Ion Pro is a better ball than the Ion Max? No. I believe every ball has a time and a place to be used. This is just not the time for, unfortunately, the Ion Max. Considering this is the Ion Max video, that sucks. That's bowling, that's how it is. So we'll throw one more with the Ion Pro, and then we'll throw the two-handed one. Yeah, the Ion Pro looks way better right now. This house hooks so much in the front of the lane that any strong ball that we throw typically doesn't look very good here. So hopefully that'll change in the future where we can bowl somewhere where all the balls look better. Two hands, much fresher surface here. 5 by 5 by 3. I scribe my layouts into the ball. I'm gonna move left. I'm gonna try to throw it to the right because this ball's gonna hook. I can see this ball looking way better two-handed right now than one. So this is the weakest layout I put on a ball so far, two-handed, because I knew this ball was gonna hook a lot. I actually got to throw this ball at Storm. We kind of ran into the same issue. We were trying to find a pattern that I could throw it on that would have enough oil, that was flat enough. Their normal test pattern hooked way too much. It forced me so far left that this ball just looked horrible because it's really strong, reads really early, and the window of use is typically a little smaller for balls this strong, for a player like me at least. If you throw it harder or your rev rate's a little lower, it'll probably look much better for you when they're hooking this much. But for me, this is just not the right time to throw it. I didn't throw that one very good. As you can see, I'm sliding in the left gutter. I'm throwing it way right, and it's just covering the entire lane. I'll throw you guys one more shot, two-handed with the Ion Max. This ball hooks a lot. This is definitely gonna be the first ball out of my bag moving forward. I do think it's pretty good. I haven't thrown it in the field yet, obviously, because it's brand new, and as we're shooting this, not allowed to throw it anywhere else. Ooh, this shot feels nice. I haven't even thrown it yet. It's early. That one was pretty good. But yeah, this thing is early. The biggest thing that the ball wizard Alex Hoskins wanted me to mention is because this ball has so much more diff, you can drill it pinned down. Typically, with the really low diff balls, if you drill them pinned down, you're drilling them even weaker. So now they're just gonna stay on line even longer. Sometimes they just shoot through the back of the pattern. I recommend drilling Ion Pros a little bit stronger than you normally would, but with the Ion Max, because it's got more differential, which means more hook, drill them weaker. You can. I drilled my one-handed one weaker. Hopefully it'll be in play at some point. And because I threw the last shot so good, I'm gonna throw another one two-handed for you guys. That one wasn't as good. Usually when we strike on those, I go, that's why you bowl two-handed, but it's just not striking because it's way too early. So I hope that's a lesson for you guys watching out there. If you're learning about ball reaction, let this be an example. I'm not getting ripped off. I'm not getting tapped. My ball is just hooking way too early. So sometimes if you have a really strong bowling ball and it's going straight, it's just hooking way too early. It might be a little confusing if you're two pinning with a strong ball. Throwing that weaker ball might be the solution. More times than not, it is. I need redemption with the one hand, so I'm gonna throw a one-handed shot. This has been Ion Max. It's coming to you worldwide, September 20th, 2024. Max out the game. Bang. Max out the game. Bang. I threw that pretty bad. Maybe I just wasn't far enough left. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.